Yeah, I'm live now. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you doing? Is it afternoon or good evening? Good evening, everyone. Hope everybody is fine. This weather is very, very, very cold, but it's still manageable. This evening, okay. Yeah, so yeah, it's still manageable. I want to invite my wonderful friend, invite friends to watch. So I want to invite Julie Equal Rights. It's showing Julie Efokodo Okudu.
So Julie Equal Rights.
It's not showing Equal Rights.
But I am on Julie Equal Rights. What is wrong with this thing?
Because, yeah, that's what it's showing. I'm trying to invite. Okay. Request. Share invite viewers to your broadcast. Share broadcast. Julie Efokodo. That's what it's showing. So maybe I should.
No, I can't. I'm not there. That's your mom.
Because it's your main page.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah, so maybe you should go to your main page, Abby. Yeah, so.
Okay. I'm there.
Yeah, there. Okay. Julie.
We are seeing you.
Your main page, Abby. Yeah, so. I've invited you.
I'm there.
Yeah, there. Okay. Julie.
We are seeing you.
Your main page, Abby. Yeah. Yes. I've invited you.
I'm there.
Yeah, there. Okay. Julie.
We are seeing you.
Your main page, Abby. Yes. I've invited you. Okay, let me. Have you accepted? Have you? Okay, I'll send it again. Have you accepted? It's not showing again. Have you accepted? Bring them on. Julie Efekodo is watching. Okay, now I'm bringing you on. Add Julie to join. I've added Julie now. Yeah. Bring them on. Julie Efekodo is watching. Okay, now I'm bringing you on. Add Julie to bring them on the camera. Yeah, you are. Now. Hello, Julie.
Hi, Bimbo.
How are you doing? How are you doing, Julie?
I'm not too bad, Bimbo.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm really happy to see my wonderful Julie. Equal Rights Show. She's live with us this evening. Oh, I'm so excited. So this evening we have a very, very crucial topic to discuss. And I know you will be very useful because on your show, I always join you on your show, and I can see the justice you are doing to a lot of sensitive topics. In fact, I give kudos to you. Keep it up. Well done. So,
Well done, Bimbo.
how are you doing?
I'm not bad. Good, thank you. I'm trying to send
Good.
like and likes to you. I don't know why it's not working.
Okay. Thank you very much. So, this evening, there's this last night I did the part one of that very show about a woman and a man. They are both married, and both of them were deported back to Nigeria due to they had a conflict. So at the end of the day, the wife reported the husband, and the husband also reported the wife. So at the end of the day, both of them were deported. And it became a very, very sad story because they can't come back here. So in my discussion, at the end of the day, I was able to come with the conclusion that the main source of this is anger issues. Had it been they were able to manage their anger, maybe it wouldn't have happened. So now the wife is begging the husband, she wants to come back, but the man said no because the guy has gotten another visa to Canada. So now, with this now, I know you are aware of this story. Who is to blame? Is it the wife or is it the husband? So if we listen to, I can play the story again for you to, I can play it again. A lady who sent money to a guy, remember that one? That was the reason why I quickly called him when the police came. They arrested him. So when they arrested him, he stayed for some time. So from the story, the lady, I can give a summary of the story, Julie, and please tell us who is to fault, who is at fault. The guy married this lady. Their marriage is 6 years. And along the line, the guy decided to bring this lady to United Kingdom with the children. He did all the papers, everything. But the lady is a nurse and she has the COS. So the family, the husband, the children, they are on a COS. So when they got to England, this lady met her friends. She's someone that loves to have male friends. She's more comfortable with male friends than female friends. So there's this particular male friend that the husband noticed that he's the one that calls this lady all the time. So based on that, they had a conflict and they've had a big fight. And the lady called the police. When the police came, because this guy has no criminal history or anything, the police they allowed him to go back to the house. And this woman said in her video, she said with her own mouth that she wasn't happy with that judgment. So she decided to deal with him and she removed his name from the COS. Unfortunately, when she removed the name, the guy was deported. So when the guy got back to Nigeria, the guy also went to the embassy and said, this lady's documents are fake. So at the end of the day, the lady too was deported with the children and they went back to square one. So the guy went to hustle again and got a visa to Canada. And the lady is now begging for the guy to take her back. So she went to mother-in-law, she went to families, but they all refused. So who is to blame? Julie, Equal Right for Show, because I know you are you are very good and fair in your judgment. So please, who is to blame? Is it the wife or is it the husband?
Yeah. Thank you, Bimbo, for inviting me. Thank you. So I'm so
You are most
pleased. Okay,
welcome.
I'm so glad for having me on your show. So first of all, I'm not going to start. I'm not going to start with apportioning blame to asking to who to blame or who not to blame. But I'm going to start by, I don't know if you saw one of my videos where I talked about how, you know, the notion that people have about men bringing their wives to the UK or abroad with them. Okay.
Yeah.
So and one of the things I mentioned there was the relationship. How healthy has their relationship been? Like I said
Mm-hmm.
that for one of the reasons why people or men wouldn't want to bring their wives to with them abroad is if they have never had a good relationship, if they had always had unhealthy relationship. So one of the reasons why they will fear to bring their spouse, like their wives, to be specific, is the reason of insecurity. Okay. And then I talked about things like that. Having said that, on this particular issue, I've heard about it. Okay, but I really like the way you came live to talk about it, because I heard about it, but not like the way, you have so much explained it, like it. You are so very much good with the story. So what I'm going to say here is, first of all, you would know from the story that they have not had a good relationship. Why I would say so is
Mm-hmm.
because the man has complained or has narrated from his own account how he didn't like the fact that the woman, all her friends, that 90% of her friends are the male counterpart, which I
Yeah.
don't have any problem with
Yeah.
a woman having, being friends with the opposite sex. You understand? I don't see it, but the thing is, for the man to have raised an eyebrow, for it to have been
Mm-hmm.
an issue, it means that her relationship with the opposite sex, like men, would have been taking like a toll on her own relationship with her husband. That is one thing that
Yeah.
they didn't they didn't deal with. Okay. Then again, on the issue of the COS and everything, I always tell people, if you are married to somebody, until you see that person, until you see your spouse as yourself, until you begin to
Mm-hmm.
see yourself in your spouse, or your spouse begin to see their, themselves in you, you guys can never work as one. Okay. Because
Mm-hmm.
even the Bible has said it, that two cannot work together except they agree. So if,
Mm-hmm.
and the thing is, when issues are mounting up, some people don't actually see. Okay, people are not vigilant. So for it to have resulted to this extent, this must have been happening that they weren't able to deal with. Okay, small things, because it is small things that usually would lead to big things. So for the COS thing and everything, if the woman sees herself as the sole, the person who, like the principal person, if you're not seeing your husband as yourself, then that means that you begin to treat them differently. So also, if the
Mm-hmm.
man was the principal person and the man is not seeing himself as being as the wife being part of him, as he himself, he is going to start treating the
Yeah.
woman differently. So the thing is, once people get to abroad, they begin to lose their sense. Some of them begin to lose their sense of reason. It's like, oh, this is the abroad and everything. This is not where the life ends. Okay, your relationship with your spouse would always matter. So for me, if actually everything the man said is the truth, and
Yeah.
the man was like the man was deported, you understand? Let me tell you, let's not pretend. Once there is a problem, people begin to see themselves as enemies. So regardless of whether the man and the woman were husbands and wife, the minute that woman reported the man, the minute that man was
Mm-hmm.
deported, the woman is already an enemy to the man. So
Yeah.
they are already enemies. So there's no dilly-dallying there. So for all you would know, 80% or 70% of the chances that the man is going to retaliate. He's going to come back very hard. So the woman should have expected, because if you have filed, or you have you have come to the whatever country you've gone to, you know that you have cockroach in your cupboard. Okay, you should like tread carefully. So you are not you haven't succeeded to make that man to go back to Nigeria, and you are hoping or believing that the man was not going to respond in the way he has done. So if you ask me, I actually don't know how the whole thing started. Okay, so for me to say the woman is at fault or the man is at fault, it's a kind of it might look too big for me, but the two of them have not behaved well, so they are getting what they 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 um they bargained for. That is how I will see it.
Yeah.
So like the woman, so she is now in Nigeria, or wherever she is with the children. So this is the UK. So now she's no more living in the UK, and the
Yeah.
man is, like you said, the man is planning to leave the Nigeria to another country.
Yeah.
So
Country.
let's, yes. So it is left for the woman to now find her feet, because it is going to be very difficult for the man. And the thing, that is what people don't think. People will just say that, oh, it is easy for people to come and say the man should forgive the woman. You don't know the pains the man went. Imagine, do you know what it is for somebody to be deported? So whatever the woman, so whatever the woman is seeing now or is getting now, she should accept it as her fate. You understand? So that is
Honestly,
all
you
I can say
thank
for
you.
now. Yes.
Yes, you said it all. Thank you so much. Honestly. And also I said, Julie, and I think you will agree with me, from this story, who do you think will suffer more? Who will be affected more?
Of course, yeah, of course. Ordinarily, humanly speaking, I could say that I can see the woman and the children suffering more than the man,
Yeah.
because for all
Yes.
I've gathered from this story now is that the man is already on his way to another country
Canada.
to find greener pasture. Exactly. Greener pasture. So the woman going back to Nigeria, and for all you know, if actually those things she used to process the first paper or whatever, if actually they were not genuine, it is actually going to affect her for her further
Yes.
applications to other countries, if you know what I mean, because everything is going to
Yes.
be on the person's record. So the kind of life she must have started enjoying or started living in the UK, now she's gone back to where she's coming from. I'm not saying that we don't have good life in Nigeria. Thank God Nigeria is a blessed country, but if something has led you to leave a particular place to another place, it shows that you actually wanted to explore, to see, maybe to benefit from that new place. Now you're going back, and the children are involved. So it's such a very heartbreaking story, because I feel so much for the children, because definitely the children and the woman, they are going to feel it more. They are going to it is going to impact more on the children and on the man. Sorry, the children and on the woman.
Thank you very much. You have said it all. The children and the woman will suffer this more, because when the guy now he's gotten a visa to go to Canada, definitely will start a new life over there.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike the woman, it's not going to be easy. The woman will she's got the children. She will start all
Mm-hmm.
over again. And I hope she
Mm-hmm.
learns a lesson that she needs to manage her anger. Anger is
Mm-hmm.
an
Yeah.
emotion that can cause a lot of destruction. When
Yeah.
you are angry, there's nobody that cannot be angry.
Mm-hmm.
There's an adage that said, uh, there's no way. It's something that is inside, but we need to
Yes.
manage it properly.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
understand? And in UK here, for the police to have released the man is because they know he's a good father. They know he has no
Yes.
criminal this thing,
Record.
records.
Uh-huh.
So for her to now go again and said, and he said, I cannot leave you. You have not, they've not punished you well. You know, that's too much. And
I
it's
mean,
part of the anger issue.
honestly, it's so like like this whole story, like you going back to say that because the man was kind of exonerated, and
Mhm.
the way what she expected them to do to the man
Yeah.
was not how it was
Was,
treated. I mean, that is, for
yeah.
me, it is mean, because I mean, for me it is
Very,
mean. So
very.
um but although we don't know how things led to, like, we don't know what must have been happening, okay? So we don't know where this whole thing has started from. We don't know the kind of issues they've
Yeah.
been having, which they didn't say. Do you understand? Because something must
Yeah.
have actually led to this. But what I'm saying is, if you called in the force and they came, and for all you know, people, maybe family members and friends, must have been kind of intervening. You understand? So for you not to have listened to family or
Mm-hmm.
friends, and you still wanted a harsher measure to be on that.
Yeah.
I mean, this is supposed to be your better half, what we're talking about.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
so it's like you said, it's all extended anger, not wanting to mellow down and everything. And the thing is, you know what? And that is how it has just resulted now. So
Mm-hmm.
all this anger management, I no agree, I no agree, I no agree. You understand? At
I
the
no
end of the
agree.
day,
I no
it
agree.
it ends up,
I no
no,
agree.
it
I
ends
no
up.
agree.
Yeah, I no go agree, I no go agree, I no
I
go agree
no
for
agree.
anybody. So it actually, and it doesn't actually end well. It doesn't
It
actually end well,
doesn't. Doesn't.
because for all you know, both the man and the woman, they will, I know they would not, they will be regretting now.
Of
Now they will be replaying
course.
everything back.
Yeah.
Because for now they'll be replaying everything, but they'll be saying, "Oh, if I knew, if
Mm-hmm.
we knew, we would have handled it, we would have done it, we would have." But it is too late now. You
It's
understand? It is too late now,
too late.
because
Yeah.
I mean, were you expecting them to kind of put the man in send him to prison or what? I mean, this is your
Yeah.
children's father. Even if he's no longer your husband, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't. It is a pathetic story.
It's so,
It is
yeah. It is.
disappointing. It is
Yeah.
sad. I feel so like I feel so sorry for the children. At the
I
end of the day,
feel
I feel so sorry
so.
for the children. It is the children.
I feel.
I feel sorry for the children,
Yeah.
because both of them, especially the woman, should have thought about how this thing could turn and affect the
Yeah.
children. And you that knows that there's something, you understand? Your hand no clean, you can't go to do this kind of thing. You don't know, your hands
Abio.
no go sit down now. If
You
say go
don't
won't do you back.
see. So I
Because two
feel.
of una don
Yeah.
because two of una don prove to each other now say una not be one.
Yeah.
So anything can
Yes, and that
happen.
is one thing that oh, thank you, Julie. Thank you. I'm sorry because my battery is low, but I just want, and this is one thing that we need to enlighten our Nigerians and all over the world. The fact that you are not together doesn't make you enemies. You shouldn't be enemies. Even if there's a conflict and they don't want to be together, they should be best of friends, not enemies, isn't it?
Um,
Because the way
Favor,
this lady
let me
put
tell you
it,
something. Sorry, the the thing is, some things are so easily said than done. You know that thing, that saying that even if they don't want, even if they're not together again, they can be best
Yeah,
of friends.
yeah.
Have you seen people who are best of friends and they're not together?
I see it in the westernized world.
Best of
In the
friends.
Western world,
Let me tell you, in
even
most
though they
cases,
are not together again. Yeah.
but the thing is, you won't call them best. I cannot say they're best because
They won't
naturally
be best of
speaking,
friends, but they won't go like this far, like this woman has gone.
but you know, but the truth is, between me,
Mm.
the truth is, and I think other people would kind of bear me out if like, and this is my own opinion. The truth is, with what has happened, every separation has their own story.
Yeah.
Every separation, every divorce has their own story. Some are not
Mm.
palatable at all. And when it is not palatable at all, it is not going to be easy for them to be friends automatically so soon.
Mm. But
There's
not
going to
to
be
this far.
tension. There's going to be tension.
Mm.
There's going to be anger. There's going to be malice. There's going to be like all manner of things will be going on, and it's going to be affecting the children. It is the children
Mm.
that it will always affect the most. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
for the man, because for example, if as a human being, the man had thought that, you know what, let me just, okay, because of the children, or maybe because she's my better half, the man wouldn't have retaliated the way he did.
He
Meaning that,
finished everything.
exactly, so meaning that the 80% of a possibility that people can still go their separate ways and be friends. But in most cases, it is not like that. It takes years for
Yeah.
them to start coming back to be friends, because it depends on, like I said, it depends on what caused the separation.
Yeah.
There are some really bad, bitter separation. You understand?
Okay,
Some
I think
people who
I
relocated.
used the wrong. Okay, maybe I used the wrong word. Maybe I should have said, if they are going their separate ways, they shouldn't try to destroy each other, just like
Yes.
these two couples did. Even if they don't want to be together again, they shouldn't destroy each other. Like now, they finish each other. All of them can't go back to the Niger warm inside the
Now.
inflation and everything. Somebody
And
that has been
that
enjoying their life is
and
so
that
sad. The lady
is
was
life
a
for you. That
nurse
is
here, a qualified
that
nurse.
yes, that is
Now
life,
she
and
doesn't have any job.
that is the result of not thinking about the impact of our behavior.
Yeah.
You understand? That is the
Yes.
result. When two people, let me
Mm.
tell you, when two people are fighting, they are actually fighting. And
Mm.
when they are fighting a bitter fight, let us accept it. It is actually a bitter fight. Expect anything.
It is a bitter. If there is another
Yes.
English major, there's
You
another
have
word
to,
more than bitter.
you you must be ready to accept
Mm.
what you will get. Because now the woman is not shouldn't expect the man to say, okay, I'll forgive you. No, the man is not going to do that.
Mm.
Because if this is how, if the way we were told is how it happened, the man is a human
Mm.
being. You did that to somebody was repatriated. Do you know that thing is going to be on the mass record?
Mm.
So okay, so if that man, for instance, did not have another opportunity
Mm.
to go to another country, that is how that man would have just been there. And if the man does not have like maybe opportunity to get a good job in Nigeria. That is how that man's life would have just you understand. So you are telling me that
Yeah.
if you put somebody in that kind of situation, you expect that person not to react. If the person is going to react, and you cannot control how people will react.
Yes.
So we should first think about our behavior. Thank you, Bimbo. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Honestly, I thank you so much because you've said it all. And honestly, I really appreciate you for the wisdom that you have used to contribute to this sensitive issue. Because to be honest, we cannot judge anyone, but both
Mm-hmm.
of them have gone too far. That is
Yes,
why I
both
said,
of them.
even if they
Yeah.
want to go their separate ways, they shouldn't go to that extent. Thank God for the UK police that they have looked into the matter and they asked both of them to go back to their respective house. And then the lady now went ahead to do what she did.
Mm-hmm.
And the man too went ahead to do what he did. So both of them are back home in Nigeria. Honestly, I felt for the lady. I don't know if every one of us online can try and watch that video on YouTube. You will see the man also was interviewed, the mother-in-law too. She was interviewed, and the mother-in-law, I was nearly moved to tears when she said, "This is the man that is like the breadwinner, taking care of all of them. So since he came back, he has not been able to make give them anything, so everybody is affected."
Yes.
Can you see that a lot of destinies are even attached to these people
Yes,
and
now.
everything is
Mm-hmm.
standstill? So
Mm-hmm.
I think, like you said, our advice is that we should be very mindful of
The
our
impact.
decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should be very careful. And
Yeah.
a lot of these kind of issues are happening these days. The
Mm.
anger is causing a lot of problems. Anger, little anger like
Yes.
this, some little anger like this, people will just
Yeah.
take drastic decision, and after taking that decision, that is when their eyes will be opened and they will see
Yeah.
that they have done they have taken the wrong step.
And
So I
can I
pray
shock
that
you?
the Almighty God will help us all.
Yes.
um
I?
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can I
give us
shock
more.
you? Can I?
Yeah.
Can I shock you? In one of my
Yes.
videos where I talk about, in one of my videos where I talked about relationship,
Yeah.
for all you know, this whole thing
Yeah.
between this couple could have escalated because of maybe family or friends intervention. I always tell people, when you are struggling with maybe there's a problem between you and your spouse, it is not bad to
Mm.
get advice or talk to
Mm.
people around you, but I think it is better to always go to therapists like marriage.
Yes.
Okay, they are so unbiased because they would ask you questions, and the kind of question they would ask you would be, for instance, in this case, they would ask you, how do you think your children will feel if what you and your husband, like, if you and your husband go your separate ways, how do you think your husband will feel if you do this to him? How do you think
Mm.
your wife? If they
Mm.
start asking those kind of questions, it might help you to retrace yourself. But you know what? When you go and meet, so they may have gone to meet friends, some kind of people. You understand? I'm not saying that it was friends that misled them. People should have their own sense. So people would have said, "This your husband. Go call Olokpa for him. Use your wife self, you own too much, drive him." All those kind of things. And now that the
Mm.
man and the wife, they are back to where they came from. Those people who were there advising, instigating, they are now in their with their families enjoying. Hello, Bimbo.
I think the network is playing up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's call it a day. Thank
Like,
you so much for inviting me. Thank you. This was a very good topic. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so
oh,
much.
thank you so much because I think majority of our shows, we always come to your own show. And today is because I'm
Oh,
always
bad.
a TikTok
Poor
person.
network.
But
Bad
today I
network.
said we have to bring this to Facebook. And I thank God that we did. I thank God that
Anyway,
God made it possible. And I want to thank everyone that has joined us today. I want everyone to help me thank my beautiful blogger, Julie Equal Rights no,
for
Julie
all show.
Equal Rights Show. Please,
Julie
everybody, please,
equal
can
right
you
for all show.
uh,
Julie equal right for all
Julie
show.
Equal Right for All Show? Please, I want everyone to follow this wonderful woman of God. She's the daughter of Zion. A lot of advice, a lot of wonderful programs on her show. She's amazing. And I've learned so much from you, to be honest. And even though you believe that Abimbola is a blogger, but you always give me that inspiration. You inspired me to come out today. I really appreciate that. So I hope everyone has learned one or two things that anger does not give birth to anything good.
No,
Let us
no,
try
please.
and
Yes. Manage
manage
our anger.
our
Yes.
emotions.
Yes.
Most marriages that today, even though we have some marriages that even though they manage their anger, if it will collapse, it will collapse. But there are some
Yes.
that can be manageable. There are some that can
Yes.
be,
For sure.
managed one way or the other.
Yes.
The
For
Almighty
sure.
God will help us. Yeah, the Almighty God will help us. And I still say it, if marriage is not working, it's not the end of life. They can go their separate ways without destroying one another. I've learned
Yeah.
a lot from the Western world here. I
Mm-hmm,
noticed that
mm-hmm.
even if they are no longer together, it's not the end of life. They will still say hello, hello. And when you say, who is that? They say, that is our ex-husband. And
Yes.
that doesn't mean they will say they want to destroy her or
No.
she wants to destroy him. Forgiveness is
Yeah.
what? Divine. Like, I watch a show this morning and I shared it on my page. And the man asked 4 people. He said, are you perfect? The man said, I'm not. Are you perfect? The man said, I'm not. About 4 or 5, he said, why then do you want 2 perfect people to come together and bring out
Mm-hmm.
perfection? I
Yeah.
laughed
Yeah.
and I learned a lot,
Yeah.
which means no one
Mm-hmm.
is perfect. So
No
in every
one is
relationship,
perfect. Yeah.
we are all imperfect and you want everything to be perfect. How possible? It is only
Mm-hmm.
God that is perfect.
Yes.
So thank you so much.
You're
My
welcome.
wonderful viewers, I appreciate everyone. This is the end of our show today.
Thank you.
Until we meet again. Thank you,
Again.
Julie. Equal right
Thank
for
you.
all show.
Thank you, Beams.
More.
Thank you. See
You
ya.
amazing.
Almost.
Bye. Bye. Thank
Bye.
you, everyone.